Have we ever had a Friday before?
No.
Yeah, we've got it. We had to have had one in there somewhere.
I'm
No,
sure.
we've only done weekends.
Friday's
Friday.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have a good explanation why we've never done Fridays before.
Because you're a communist.
It's a
Well,
and yes.
mostly because I'm wholly unavailable for most Friday nights until winter starts, for the most part.
So what I'm hearing here is Corey's kicked out of the group.
If you would rather have Friday sessions than Corey.
Yeah. Did I read this wrong? Am I bad at social cues? Oh, that's
No,
a
no, it's fine.
terrible
I see where I stand. It's fine.
Yeah,
He's
fine.
kicked
It's
out of the
horrible.
group.
I
Just
hate it.
means he's
Yeah.
perma DM.
Mhm.
He's not allowed to be part of the group anymore. He is the group.
Yeah, originator, coordinator. I'm pretty sure he's, you know.
Completely inessential.
I might be the heart and soul guy.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Souls don't give you calories unless you're. Well, no, I ruined it. All right, let's start the session.
Yeah.
If only we hadn't been streaming for 5 minutes.
I mean, I'd say Mike edit this out, but there's no way that's going to happen. Welcome to Jagans and Drag Clarks, which is the old name. It's now NASA 5E, but I like saying my name. We are in Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage now at level 1. In order to stop hearing my voice so I can get into my vaping for 40 years Revenant voice, who would like to tell us what happened last time? 6 days ago.
5.
5 days ago. Oh, shit.
Are you putting fake vampire teeth in again?
No. I got gum in my mouth.
Well, we went back down into the Undermountain. Esvel came with us again. She hasn't contributed this time yet, but that's because we haven't irritated her enough yet. We avoided the Hall of Mirrors that are like the opposite of the Mirror of Erised. We went down the hallway where the ceiling jelly was last time, and because we knew the ceiling jelly was there, it didn't ceiling jelly us. And I got a bronze mask, and then I got transported into a room with a guy, and he said, "Ask me 3 questions," and I asked him 4.
One was so stupid he didn't register it as a question.
And then we found out that that was our only shot at that, so hopefully we got what we needed. And then we went into another room and we saw a guy with no nose, or at least most of not nose, until he sneezed the rest of it off in a pit. And we found out that his name was.
I just been calling him Hal.
I forgot his name. I didn't write it down.
Heleth.
Did we ask him his name?
You did. His name is Heleth.
Haleth.
Here's the beautiful thing: is use my feet. What was his name?
I'm just gonna let you know, man, that that gives you the ability to remember details. If you forget entire fucking days, I'm not gonna explain that to you.
Have you met me? And my crippling mental health problems?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say your character got super, super drunk.
But I'd remember everything.
Yeah.
But do you remember the Titans?
Yes. In vivid detail. They were big. And they had elemental powers and were almost dead.
But yeah, we went to a room where we killed some goblins and bugbears. Some of the goblins got away. I don't know if that's going to bite us in the ass or not. But Haleth is going to show us how to find his jackass friends so that we can revenge them.
But we already used the Marauders map.
That's okay. Haleth has the uncanny ability to know exactly where the people he so greatly desires to murder are.
By pointing at the Marauders map.
Yep. All right, so I'm happy with that. So the fun part about this dungeon is that it's so completely low res. But everything in this dungeon is just vaguely out of focus. But we just finished the battle, the tune-up battle between the goblins, the bugbears, the Revenant, and y'all. And the Revenant and y'all were the victorious side. And apparently to Corey, my camera is off, but I can see everybody but Corey. So let's reconnect. And now I only have Corey.
Perfect.
You got what you wanted.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now I can't wait to kick him out of the group.
It's gonna be great.
And now I have everybody but Corey.
Oh gosh.
Me too.
I
All right,
have
let me reconnect again.
Everyone. Oh, I did.
Hey.
There we go.
I bet
Jesus
now Mike
Christ, you
doesn't
think we
have
would
me.
have figured this out in the
No,
cold
I
open?
do have you.
Oh my god. 7-minute
Amazing.
cold open.
Amazingly enough, even with the way my internet is, I've had all of you all the time.
All right.
Yeah, once we upgraded your internet browser, it's been working great.
Well, yeah, once I stopped using the stupid one that I had been using.
We see you. Next.
T-Rex arm.
He who
Internet.
shall not be named.
Anyone else not here, Jay?
Nope.
Completely. Yeah. I thought it was
no,
a
I was
bit.
about to check my Discord again. I could not hear
I was
damn it.
looking at you guys to see if you could hear him, and I was the only one.
him.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had such a good monologue going, but since none of you guys heard it, fuck off.
We didn't catch the cough.
No, that's the monologue. But
Oh.
yeah, you guys can fight. You're not absolutely terrible. You might stand a chance.
Is there anything special about these guys?
Can we just push him in a hole?
What? Anything special about these guys? Like, what do you mean?
Like,
Do they
the
like
guys
Pizza
that,
Hut? Because the answer's no.
I don't know what that means. The people that you want us to kill.
Oh, yeah. Well, the reason why they're special is because they killed me, and now I
Right.
want them killed back.
But like for us to kill them for you, is there like, are they good at anything or bad at anything?
Well, they were good at killing me.
Right.
I thought this was like just kind of a sympathy sort of aid, if I remember.
Yeah, this is starting to sound like work.
I'll make sure that we know if these guys have special powers or something. Like, does one of them emit light like his sword?
Does
Well,
one
do
of
we-
them does one of them stick to your hand forever if you touch him?
Depends on where you touch them, but
Ew.
I think one of the convincing factors was that they were where we were going anyway, if I remember correctly.
It wasn't really out of our way, no.
Yeah.
So if we happen to come across these asshats that Hal can find for us because of his super death powers, that's fine with me. I mean, I can turn murder hobo as quickly as Mike can. So
that's great because the one thing that I wanted you to do for this is give up all your houses.
Now the question is, are we going to do this in real life or are we still playing D&D?
Look, if you want to know the 3 people, count them 3 people that I wanted vengeance against, I guess I deserve to tell you what they did.
They shoved you in a
one-
hole and left you for dead.
Naked. They left me naked. And thank you guys for not mentioning anything about the lack of clothing on me. It is just me and daggers. That's all I got right now.
well, I'm pretty sure the rest of it fell off, much like the nose. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got nothing there. You're like a Ken doll, man.
That you know what? I'm okay with this. Let's
Seize that off too.
you don't
Let's
need
jump in the
that.
Corvette and let's jump in the Corvette and go kill some Barbies.
But look, there's a dwarf. His name is Copper Stoneforge, and he was roguish type, really, really a big fan of gold, and murdering me. Then there was Midna. Midna was a priest. She is the fucking worst. Can do everything by herself and is totally inconvenienced by the rest of the party. Uh, she's got a few good things. Most of them killing me and stealing my shit. Then we've got Rex, the Hammer. Pro can kill me. Con comes up with really stupid nicknames for himself. But also he's kind of the strongest out of the four of us.
Dibs.
All right, cool. I mean, I feel like my murderous blood vengeance gave me dibs, but we'll figure it out in the moment.
Well, all right.
Look,
We'll
if you
see.
kill him
It'll
before
come
I
down
do,
to-
then you got dibs.
It'll come down to how many blows the Ken doll can do versus my pistol. So
And from what range?
Challenge accepted.
I think your
if we
pistol
kill
is
them
firing nothing.
If we kill them before you do you stay with us forever?
You know, I've never done this before, so I don't know.
You're the worst genie ever.
Unless you guys kill me and give me even more people to put on my kill list.
We can do that.
But then you also get the downside of I have to kill you now.
You can certainly try. And I just like start walking.
What if we take
Yeah,
your
I'm not-
lower jaw and your limbs off and just set you in a corner?
you're a freaking eunuch. I'm not worried about you.
I don't understand why my presence or lack of sexual organs makes me more or less threatening.
What if we just take his limbs off and leave his jaw and use him for commentary? He can be
I thought-
like the ring announcer.
I thought we all liked this guy.
I thought you
That's
did
a
too.
strong
This
word.
has been quite a turn over the last 5 days.
We
Hey,
started off sympathetic to his cause, but I don't know.
I'm gonna go digging into my backpack, and I have a spare set of common clothes that I'm gonna hand.
Hey, these are pretty neat.
Does he
Even
put
with
them on?
nothing there, I don't want to see it.
He's a little emaciated. I don't think they're going to stay on him. Do you have some rope with that to tie his pants up?
No,
can
it
just-
comes with the belt. The belt's real nice. I can
Yeah.
just stick it into my abdomen.
That works. Use one of the arrow holes.
Yep.
He's got 3 daggers. One can be a brooch.
Yep.
He can just stick it into himself to hold the belt in place.
It's not like it's gonna kill me again. All right, guys, we had some big goofs at my expense, but can we go murdering now?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Where are we
Please.
going?
I've
Well,
been
lead
walking
the way,
this
Hal.
whole time.
Shallowly buried hell.
God damn it, take your fucking inspiration.
Yes.
Got him.
Also, Varm inspiration for the Kendall.
Actually, that was Mike that brought that up. I was the eunuch, so
Well, fine. I'm taking away the inspiration I gave you and giving it to Mike then.
that's perfectly fine. I didn't earn it. I didn't need it.
But as he sticks his finger in his mouth, puts it up like it's gonna be some sort of compass for him. He goes like, "Oh, good news is all 3 are directly below us, and not like way far down, like 1 level below us.
Do you even have spit?
Do you need to comment on everything I do?"
I'm curious.
Is there wind in a dungeon?
You're the first dead guy I've met.
Yeah. Living good guy.
You're the first dead guy I've had a conversation with.
Oh, how's it going?
Not well.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So, do we have to dig?
No, there's actually, it's not just like a directional pointer.
South.
It's
Let's
like
go south.
a straight path. Like all we have to do is go this way, and he points back to the room that was going on. Because you guys should also remember that last week he told you there's a secret door just south of the pit you found him in.
Yeah.
Ah.
Sooth word.
Do we want to go any further this way, or just
No, it's
Nah.
lousy with goblins.
okay? I like goblins.
They're so huggable till their heads pop off.
I like to harm goblins.
Well,
I'm
maybe
gonna
there'll be some downstairs.
I'm gonna before we go leave a drawing of like a crappy drawing of each of us, and write in Goblin, "Leave us alone. I don't want to kill you."
Okay. Make a dexterity check for art.
6.
You know, despite Royal specifically saying this is not supposed to be good art, there's like a minimalist simplicity to this art piece that gives you sort of a like proud presence for Royal. His skills are really coming along.
Royal, you need to switch those 2 letters because the way you have it written now says "come after us" so that we can murder you and your entire family.
I just in Goblin. You speak Goblin?
Speak so much Goblin. Which I also say in Goblin.
I was never good at the grammar.
What's wrong with your grandma?
Now I know that. Yeah. See, now I have a new enchanted item for Royal, which is a Babbel subscription for Goblin.
So it's not a Goblin grandma.
No.
I have a Goblin grandma.
What's her name?
Goblin.
Gesundheit.
Damn it, Royal, take it.
Such a lovely name.
And this is why we don't have D&D sessions on a Friday.
I don't know. I feel like there's weekend you guys and there's work week you guys. So work week you guys are very hostile towards NPCs.
And because we are broken individuals during the week.
I have not shot it yet.
Well, you could shoot him in the leg and it wouldn't matter.
You
He'd still
haven't
be able to
you haven't
walk.
shot a physical bullet, but an emotional one you certainly have.
Oh, absolutely.
Shot through the
So-
heart, and you're to blame.
All right, so
Secret door. What is your name?
all you have to do is hit the knock code, and that's it.
I knock out shave and haircut.
2 bits. All right, so are we going?
Do we have to know the code?
Nope. I got it for you.
Oh.
Just try and stop me, shallowly buried Hal.
He's rather sprightly for a dead guy with no muscle definition.
Yeah, but he's not. He doesn't have any extra weight.
It's because it all fell off.
And as you guys find a staircase that leads you to the next level, let's go ahead and show you. In this level, it is brought to you in HD.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does HD stand for? Oh, there it goes.
I had a hell of a time trying to compress this file so I could use it in Roll20. But
I can
this-
see.
yeah. But at this point, you begin to see,
What's up, baby?
I'm trying to find it.
like, as you go down, a bunch
So you
of
need a
goblin
permanent
etchings
marker.
against the wall.
Can I read them?
You can certainly try. Do you understand Goblin?
Yeah, I speak Goblin.
Yeah.
It's my only other language.
It is welcome to Goblin City. Population goblins.
Guys, there's goblins here. Or there used to be. I'm not good at the grammar.
I'll look.
It says, welcome to Goblin City. Population goblins.
I think this means there's goblins. Because if there weren't, there would be the goblins would be crossed off under population.
Right, because the last one out crosses out the goblins.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's in Shale. Sharn. Xanaloria.
That's what it is.
All right, so as you get to this junction, you Royal see more etchings where it just sits there and says "Crazy Mage" to your west, and "Welcome to Goblin City" to your east.
I am going to Goblin City.
Okay.
Is
As
this a pile of trash?
So that is there's a lot of trash and debris on the floor, and you hear a lot of banging noises to your north.
I'm going digging through the trash.
All right, roll a D100. And hope you don't roll for goblin poop.
09.
All right, you found 9 goblin poops. No, I'm just kidding.
You
So
found 9% of a goblin.
So in this area, you find it's still mostly trash and debris, but what you get here is that adventurers who came down here and any sort of like invaluables get tossed here. So you see a lot of like scribbled notes. You see like clothes that have a lot of slash marks, shields that are dented beyond use. Basically, everything here is basically worthless to any civilization. But no goblin poops.
It doesn't help us find goblins, though. You need to find poop if you want to find goblins.
At this point, we've got our boy, shallowly buried Hal. Just go, guys, hold on. We're getting dangerously close. I'm feeling one of them, maybe just a couple rooms away. And actually, wait, Goblin City's this way, right? He's
That's what the
fucking
sign
in Goblin City.
Why?
Well, I don't fucking know. I died.
Is he a crazy mag? What's that say, Bash?
Mage.
Oh.
No, he wasn't a mage. But hey, just make sure that we do what it takes so that we don't piss off all of Goblin City until after we kill whoever's in there.
That'd be fine. We speak goblin.
All right, cool. So shall we away, or are we more dumpster diving still?
I mean, there's some clothes for you here.
You know, I'm good with the one pair. Hopefully, I won't ever need to change it.
I reach down and I grab a note and I read it, and it says, "We cannot get out. The way is shut. It was made by the dead, and the dead keep it. We cannot get out."
Gotta
Wow,
love
that's an
those.
oddly specific note.
So there must be a dead bard around here quoting a famous play.
I pick up a note then, and it says, "Don't dead, open inside."
Does that one have? Yep, bottom of it. Copyright. Tyrannus Decidus Productions.
Oh man, that's a deep callback.
That's the deepest of cuts.
Yep. All right, where do you guys want to go to next?
Goblin City.
All right. So, Royal, as you hear the noises of Goblin City, you hear two very familiar goblin-like noises. You have some to your east and some to your north.
I look behind me and point both directions, and like shrug.
Split the party.
It's usually a good idea.
Look, it would have worked out really well for me if I split away from my party.
He's actually got us there.
But
I
yeah,
mean, in a way, you did
Murdered
split
me.
up.
yeah, you did. You're
They
dead,
split
they're
up from
alive.
you.
I'll go west.
Bash, that's Goblin East.
Yeah,
Yeah, Goblin West.
I gotta draw a new battery.
I think we should all go eat.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the Goblin City Bazaar.
Why aren't we
Um,
sending the dead guy who can't die again first?
Who said he
Poor
can't
first
die again?
impressions.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine
supposed to be
carrying just
leaving
his
us.
head around.
All right, so here's what you need to know. They're like up on this stage to the north of this giant room here. is a 20-foot high chamber using wood. It's kind of like piecemeal from a bunch of different areas you found on the first level. Um, it's setting up to look like it's sort of like a auction floor. But it's still in the preliminary development. As we get into the room, it is 60 feet high and is supported by 2 rows of stone pillars. You see 22 goblins in this room, 16 vendors, 6 guards, and a few customers. Um, let's see here. Yeah, that's enough.
While they decide what to do, I'm gonna run back to the trash room
Mhm.
and grab a bunch of like the tattered clothes and whatnot and just kind of drape it all over myself.
Okay.
And then run back. And I have a plan.
Bro, you smell even
Surprisingly,
worse than usual.
I think he smells better than usual.
I'll tell you that you smell, but I haven't known you long enough to know which direction the smell is going.
How do you smell?
Guys, do you talk about me and my smells when I'm not around?
Have you
Only when you
smelled
have
your
days where
own
you go to the
farts?
Pizza Hut buffet.
Don't eat tavern sushi.
So I look to Hal and I ask him if he can tell us if any of these any of these goblins that are in this area are one of the 3 that we're looking for.
Hold on, let me move all of these related goblins up here. We got Goblin City. He goes like, no, none of them were goblins, but I'm feeling him even farther to the east. So as he begins to look around, it's like, maybe if we go through this door right here, we'll be able to find something.
All right, so at this point in time, do we want to try and skirt the bazaar, or do we want to just traipse through it like we own the place?
My plan is to walk in, look at one of the guards, say sup in Goblin with as much stank as I can put on it.
Do it.
All right, let's see how this plays out. We've got your goblin security guard. So you're walking out. Let's see this plan in action.
All right. So I walk out. Where's one of the security guards at? Is that one?
We got this one. Like, this is one of the free security guards, and
Okay.
we've got the one that's probably closest to the rooms, right there.
Okay. Yeah, I give him a nod and I say the Goblin word for sup, which is like mostly it sounds like pus. But I put a lot of stank on it.
Yeah, make a charisma check on this. Here we go. You can make it a persuasion check if you're trying to be friendly, or an intimidation check if you're trying to be not friendly.
Boy. You know what? It's the same either way. That would be an 11, and let's go with persuasion.
All right. At this one, he just looks around and goes, plus right back to you.
And I keep walking.
And I'm following behind, just kind of chattering about how it's been in Goblin, about how it's been so long since I've been to Goblin City. And glad to see all the regulars are still here.
What's your character's passive perception?
Not good. 9.
9. As
Come
you walk
on.
past in the beats between your conversation, he goes like, do you remember that guy? He's a little tall for Goblin City. I don't know. He says he came here. He knows we're regulars, and how else do you know that if you haven't been to Goblin City?
I would like to see if there's anything worth stealing.
I was gonna say, is there anything like particularly interesting? I'm not planning on stealing, but Damros is his own person.
Here's what you need to know. There's a like. There are a bunch of items that you can find. Most of them have been possessed, because you can see that they have like, some of them have monogrammed like bags, and you know that somebody else used to own this before. They just happen to have died in the Undermountain. But they're selling dungeoneering kits, um, calligraphy tools, anything you can think of. Basically anything that exists in the player's handbook, from weapons, tools, armor, they're capable of selling here. There's also some food, some food stations. The food doesn't look incredibly appetizing, but it does look like it won't kill you.
Is there anybody selling a flask and a Popeye's chicken leg?
There is. Yeah.
I'm
wanna stay away
actually.
Obviously a thief.
I make a comment to Varm and Royal about how this is actually a really nice market. The meat doesn't look completely rancid.
That's Goblin City for you.
I can't believe you've been here before.
I don't know how else to explain I can speak Goblin.
Me neither.
I don't need to ingratiate myself with the indigenous folks, so I'm just going to keep going toward the door.
Yep.
Are there any potions of healing for sale?
Like all of them. Jay?
Jay's dead.
Jay's
Hi,
dead.
Jay. I think he thinks we can hear him.
We can't.
Hello.
I-
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
All right. There are 7 potions of healing at the alchemist stand.
How much are potions of healing in? Is it 50 gold apiece?
50 for regular.
At this point, the goblin goes, yes. I can sell you these. Very, very potable. Potions of healing. 150 gold.
You using the word potable does not
It'll get you
encourage
drunk
me,
and it'll get you healthy.
but
Potent
specifically stating that they're potable has me concerned.
Yeah, is it just water that isn't full of goblin crap?
Does one of your goblins have a severe kidney problem and piss blood?
Actually, no, but if you want that, I have it right here. This is 150 gold too. It's a bucket full of blood.
I was expecting him to hold up another goblin that's pissing blood.
Oh, no, you want that?
I'm
We can have that
surprised.
happen. Terry, get over here.
I like
Fresh
this
from the
place.
tap.
There's money to be made.
I like this place.
I'm gonna look at my inventory really quick. I'm gonna set down my backpack and look through it right quick.
I'm gonna walk up like I've been there before, and just drop like 60 gold and be like, in Goblin. Hey, sorry, I'm gonna have to clear out your inventory today. You mind if I just grab all this? I can get you the rest later.
I mean, you can make a persuasion check.
$16.
Goblin looks at you, goes like, "Well, you put down enough money for almost one of these. So,
I was never good at math.
yeah. So here's the deal. It's 150 for each one of these potions. If you want all of them, bulk discount coming through here. We'll call it 1,200 gold.
I have an idea. Let's break the goblin economy. We have the funds to
Let's-
do so.
I say, how about 1,000 gold, and you throw in a bucket of Terry's finest blood.
But
No, I'd do that for free. Terry, don't worry.
Are you trying to get a discount for taking blood off his hands? Oh,
We're
okay.
doing him another favor.
Actually, no, I really like the 7 potions of healing and 1 bucket of Terry's blood. Terry, get the fuck over here. And Terry just goes
Harry,
like,
show us what you got, man.
Show
Come
me
on,
what
guys,
you
like-
got.
my kidney function's terrible. We don't have the best goblin nephrologist over here.
Is this or is this not your job?
That is.
Start pissing.
I mean, you guys gave me 1,000 gold right here, so I'll let you all have first punch.
Royal?
Oh, that's how it works. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, when in Rome.
Oh man! Ah,
Roll for damage, and Terry's dead.
who pays for this?
Wait, can I spend a key point to do a stunning strike on Terry?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay. So I mash Terry in the gut with the palm of my hand.
Poor guy.
That's
So that is an 8 plus. It's a flat 8, so I'm betting the save fails.
yeah.
At this point, you see him beginning to kind of restrict up because oh man, my shorts, as he just falls over. Told you my kidney function's not good. And eventually, he just picks up the fluid, gives you the bucket, and there is your Terry blood. It was a pleasure doing business with you guys.
It actually was.
Uh,
I'm going to divide this up as a kind of a sideboard thing. I already have 1 potion on me, so I don't know if anybody has none
I
as far as
have
the potions of
none.
healing go. Okay.
I
I
have
have
none.
none.
Okay. So then why don't each of you take 2 and I'll take 1, and then we've all got 2.
Okay.
And I don't need any because I'll just,
Is it
provide.
regular potion of healing?
It is regular potions of healing.
Cool.
I look at Hal and I say, I wasn't offering.
That's great because it was completely unnecessary. Are you guys worried that I sound too much like the goblins?
I don't think you sound enough like the goblins.
I thought that was
Alright.
by design.
All right, cool. But
Although if
and-
you did learn Goblin, your accent would be impeccable.
yeah, that'd be a much more productive use of my time here.
All right, let's
All
go
right.
find your friend.
So as we get into this room east here, you find 4 bugbears,
Huh.
10 goblins, all seated on different floor pillows, and you see a very a Ryan Gosling looking human in this stool. To the south end, you find a dwarf. I mean, it looks like a dwarf, but its beard doesn't exist. It's in shackles. The 2 bugbears to the south are holding him down. As you see the human sitting in the chair goes, well, this is interesting here. You tried to steal the royal headdress of Goblin City. I understand that you're only doing this in order to get a gold reward, but I will have you know this is not going to end well for you. At this point, we have... Oh god, where did my skeleton go? Here it is.
He's back. Yeah, still to the west of the Goblin Bazaar.
Hal comes in here and is like, oh great, more goblins. And he turns to us like, you! Copper. As at this point, Vash is the only thing standing between him and his quarry right now.
I
I
just
don't need to be.
I just grab Vash by the shoulder and just kind of pull him back a little bit.
As I stop. Bucket of Terry's blood. Anybody? Anybody?
Ah, fine connoisseurs of Terry's blood, are you?
Fresh from
What
his
year
kidneys.
is it?
5 seconds ago.
From his
It's
kidneys.
a good second.
How long has Terry been doing this?
His kidneys are woefully inadequate.
I feel even worse that you hit him.
At this point,
That's funny because I don't.
Still
At this
laying there on
point-
the floor, stunned, probably in a pile of shit.
the human steps up, steps forward and goes, "Oh, I guess you have in some entertainment, dwarf. You seem to have made somebody so angry that they can't even die right. However,
That's Al.
however, I need you all to know something here. In Goblin City, we don't just brutally kill somebody. We have rules for this.
Mortal Kombat.
I know you're making a joke there, Tiefling, but yes, that's essentially it.
That was actually what I was going to propose as well. Mano
Yeah.
y mano.
Is it Mortal Kombat if one of them is already dead?
Somebody's mortality is on the line.
I mean, that's a great question you raise. Nah, no matter. We'll let the winner figure it out.
I agree.
All right, so we agree on this. You, dead one. I, ruler of Goblin City, Yex. For those of you who speak, Goblin, roll an insight check for me.
Is it really Ryan Gosling?
I got a 10.
I got a 4.
Vash, you understand what you see before you is a human. Walks like a human, dresses like a human, speaks like a human, wears things on his head like a human. But Yex is a distinguishingly goblin name.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As I guess we're gonna start Mortal Kombat here. Now you get to watch me play with my toys. I'm just gonna roll two opposing d20s. Whoever's higher hits. All right, starts off with Hal doesn't even wait for Copper in order to get released from the bugbears. Plunges a dagger deep into the beardless dwarf. In that point, the dwarf gets angry, pushes off the bugbears, grabs it, like the arm of the revenant, and throws him to the ground. Yep. At that point, it's just kind of like blow for blow, but you get the idea. Neither one of them's really good at fighting right now.
This is more entertaining than I thought it would be.
With that point, the dwarf kind of punches the jaw off the hinges of the revenant, and the revenant just rips off the rest of his jaw and slams it, like just grazes the face of the dwarf.
Yo, he bit him with his hand.
The dwarf then decides to take one of the daggers away from the revenant, and he decides to plunge it right into the throat of the revenant.
It wasn't the pants supporting dagger, was it?
It was not. No, it was one of the ones in his pants. At that point, Revenant decides to take one of the spears from the goblins, rips it out, and just impales the dwarf. You gotta love it when I roll two same numbers in a row. Oh my god, 3 in a row. There we go. At that point, the Revenant decides to just run through, and it kind of like jams the tip of the spear into the wall. You just get, like, you hear him just screaming. It's like, Copper, I'm never gonna let this go. Not as long as I, after live. As he grabs the dagger out. Oh my god, I gotta stop rolling dual 4s. Dual 13s. There we go. At that point, he ends up grabbing the mace out of Copper's belongings and just clanks him right on the head. Copper begins to go lifeless. As he sits there and was like, well, That's great. I feel a little bit better now, actually. Thank you for letting me get that out of me. Excuse me, but I have more murdering to do.
Isn't your jaw missing?
Uh,
I'm sorry if that makes me a little hard to understand.
Oh well, we'll make do.
At that point, as he walks out, Yex begins to step forward and goes like, actually, stop right there. I hate to have you know, but you have broken a law of Goblin City. Dead one. In fact, all of you have. Especially you, the stinky tall one.
I look around.
Yes, you.
I look around.
I have to inform you that it is, in fact, against the law to not be a goblin here in Goblin City.
In Goblin, I am a goblin. What are you talking about?
Remove the clothes that he has clearly wrapped around his face to hide his visage, and only the ones around his face. At that point, make a athletics check to see. This is more how many goblins you're able to just throw off.
It wasn't very good. For me anyway. 11.
11. All right, let's see what goblin strengths are. -1. Well, the first one rolled a 12, so he was able to latch on. Second one failed. Third one failed with nat 1. Fourth one, natural 20. So 2 get on, and they start ripping off dead person clothes until they show the mask. It was like, well, aren't you just a mystery wrapped in an enigma? And he just goes, all right, I've had enough of this facade. You can either pay us 100,000 gold pieces, or you can be put in the stockades. The choice is yours.
What are you?
It's clobbering time. I don't know what else.
I vote for clobbering time.
I vote for. We ask the goblins who's more goblin, me or you.
At this point, Ryan Gosling just goes and grabs the headdress and removes it. And at that point, he shrinks and becomes uglier. And then you realize, oh my god, the Goblin King is a goblin.
I'm so confused as to what the point of that was.
Wait, he broke the law because he wasn't really a goblin. He's a
No, I
man
wasn't
turning
really,
into a
like-
goblin.
Look, if you need me to do a bad guy monologue, is I'd go up to the upper levels, lead people down here, get them into Goblin City where they're completely overwhelmed with numbers, and then I'd, remove the headdress, be like, hey, you're in Goblin City. Guess what? You're our prisoner now. Hope you like being slaves. Oh, by the way, guys, hope you like being slaves.
How are the bugbears not kicking your ass on a daily basis?
No, the bugbears work for me.
How are they
At this
not
point, when
kicking?
bugbears goes like, that's right, I do.
How are you not kicking his ass on a daily basis? I mean, look at him.
They give me a living wage.
But
Also
you could...
superior numbers. There's 4 of us and a lot more of them.
Okay, I'll pay you 1,000 gold each if you help us kill all these goblins.
That seems like a promise you can't deliver on.
We don't want the goblins dead. We just want this annoying guy to not bug us.
I'm not paying 100,000 gold to not get arrested.
I was
100
willing-
gold to each of the bugbears to arrest this pretender.
And then you all can rule by consensus.
Or you can elect me your goblin king if you want.
Well, I didn't go to bugbear school to learn political science. I came here to rough stuff up. And honestly, Yax is giving me that opportunity. So, sorry, we're going to have to rough you up. At this point, can everybody roll initiative?
Man, I am terrible today.
I'm gonna need you to stop because things are about to get real.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it. Maybe if I switch, I'm gonna use this one primarily.
All right, 25 to 20. $15 to 20.
Not alone.
10 to 15.
14.
13.
All right. 14. Damros. 13. 5 to 10.
6.
It's roll of 1, Farm.
Farm, what'd you roll?
I said it was an 18.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
All right, Varm, who I worried was going to go last in the order, instead goes first.
Well, I wasn't worried at all. All right. I'm going to move in, pull out my poison pistol, and attempt to shoot the Goblin King right in the head.
All right, Regicide, let's go.
Yeah. Take his hat.
Ouch. I don't believe a 10's going to hit him.
10 would not, no.
All right. Second attack, I'm going to use a grit point to increase my advantage on the shot.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, yes, definitely. 25 to hit.
You know, let me check here. Just barely hits.
Okay. So that's 8 piercing
Okay.
for the shot. And damn, only 6 for the poison.
All right, 14 damage in total. And guess what? It seems like Yex is stronger than the average goblin, but he is still bloodied. As you come down, you originally lined up as to what the human height would have been. Realize, oh, wait, that was magic. Lower it just a little bit, and you just wing him, and you graze him like right across the cheek and the ear. And he recoils a lot. The amount of blood is almost Tarantino-esque. Yeah, and anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. Stand right there and watch him bleed.
All right, it's the Bugbear's turn now. They're going to go 5, 10, since they can't really occupy spaces that have already been occupied. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one's going to come down here. And then this one is going to come back. What are Bugbear attacks? All right, so this Bugbear that is not in melee range with anybody is going to make a ranged javelin attack against Royal. To which that is a 13 plus 4, so a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and that will do 6 piercing damage.
Right.
All right, this one to the north is going to make a melee attack against Royal. And that one will be a 13 to hit.
Miss.
All right. Then the other 2 bugbears are going to go after Varm with melee attacks. The first one is probably not going to hit with a 9. The second one is probably going to hit with a 22.
Yes, 22 will hit.
All right. And bugbears have an interesting ability called Brute, where it gets to do an extra damage dice with melee attacks. So that ends up being 12 bludgeoning damage. And since you were not surprised, there isn't an extra layer of damage on that. Then we have Vash the Stampede.
Okay.
I didn't hear how much it was on that. Sorry.
So that would have been 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
2d8 plus 2.
Is there anything that I can see that I can try to hit from where I am?
So
Since
there's
I'm in that hallway?
Yeah, there's the 2 goblins that are at your northeast and southeast that you'll be able to hit.
Okay. I would like to try to do my first attack at the one to the northeast.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Um, all right, so that is 10 slashing damage.
Goblin goes down.
All right, I would like to move into the space.
Can do.
And then I'm going to do another. I'm going to do my second attack with my Kasarigama on the bugbear to my east.
Okay.
That's only going to be a 10 to hit.
10 would not hit.
Okay, and then I'm going to do an offhand strike on the goblin to my north.
Okay.
Shit, that's a natural 1.
You break a fingernail. I don't know.
All right, that's it for me.
All right, that brings us to Damros.
How tall are the ceilings?
60 feet in the main room, the Goblin Market. As we get into Yex's throne room, this is 30.
Okay. Then I would essentially like to go 10 foot up while moving to there.
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20. That's 25.
Okay, and what's your total move speed per turn?
30. Or
All
no,
right.
I want to be 5 foot off the ground. 5 foot off the
Yeah,
ground.
so you will end up being 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. So that way.
That being said, because you're 1 square above the path that would have taken, this goblin to the south would be able to get an attack opportunity on you,
That's fine.
as well as this bugbear to the south of Varm.
That's okay.
All right, so using the goblin first with his scimitar, that is a natural 20.
Ooh.
So that will end up doing 10 slashing damage.
Yay.
Whereas the bugbear with his Morning Star, actually no, based off of this, he would have used his javelin. Wait, no, he already announced he was using the Morning Star. You can't switch weapons on a reaction. That would have been a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Does a 16 hit, Mike?
Yes.
That one will be 12 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
And now you're at your location.
Alrighty then. I want to take my rapier
Okay.
and I want to stab said bugbear.
Sounds good.
And because doth flanking, I have advantage.
You are correct.
That comes out to 15 to hit.
A 15 just barely misses.
Okay then. Then I would like to take my bonus action to disengage and go up another 5 foot since I had 5 foot of movement left.
So you burned that 5 feet of movement in order to get 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Because
Then.
you went 5 feet up in the air as you were moving 25 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
So you can use your bonus action to dodge.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, so all attacks against you until the start of your next turn are at disadvantage.
Works for me.
Okay, that brings us to Yex, and Yex has some special abilities, right?
Oh.
I don't know.
Yex is instead going to use his turn to disengage. In order to not get attacked by Damros. I understand, Vash, this is still going to trigger your reaction, but
Yes.
yeah. So before I can move, why don't you roll to see if you hit?
Does a 21 hit?
A 21 would hit.
For 6 slashing damage.
All right. Turns out your reaction was enough to topple the Goblin City government.
Hey.
Yep. At this point, you hear all the bugbears say, "Hey, they just took away our paycheck. Kill them!" And Yex's turn is now done. He is the first character I think who's ever died on his turn.
My turn. Ugh.
And now, yeah. Thanks, Sentinel.
Time to beat a hasty retreat.
Royal.
I am going to hobble over to the corpse.
Okay.
and
That
then-
goblin used up his reaction already on Damros. So did that bugbear.
And then I'm going to pick up the hat that he dropped.
Okay.
Ooh.
The circlet is the word I was trying to think of for the last half hour.
Yeah, whatever was on his head.
Yep.
And then I'm going to. I'm the Goblin King now.
As let me make sure. I
In
need to
Goblin,
read
of
this.
course.
Yeah, in Goblin, yes.
All right. As you wear it, you notice nothing has happened to you yet. However,
Oh, yes. Have that somewhere.
do me. Yeah.
Here, take mine.
There's the flag.
Do me a favor on this, Royal. Write down that you have a magic item that requires attunement called the Circlet of Human Perfection.
Ooh.
Just what he needs, another method of disguise.
Yep.
I need to put it at a jauntier angle. I'm king of Goblin City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how's Archie?
If I knew where that was, I would be wearing it just like that.
Is everything going okay in Riverdale?
Yeah, because my crown is so jaunty.
I don't know what that means.
He's calling him Jughead.
Yep.
Ah,
From Archie Comics.
I have a vague awareness of what that means.
Yep. All right. So, Royal would have used his action to interact with an object.
That's one action.
Yep.
Or I guess I only get two if there's an attack.
If you use your main action to attack, you get 2 attacks. It does not give you 2 actions.
Right.
Yep. So you have your bonus action.
Oh, rage.
Okay. Not only do you put this like little trinket on top of your head, it makes you very, very angry to do so.
I'm the Goblin King.
At this point, it is now time for our good old undead boy, as he just sits there and goes, "Hey, I still got my bloodlust!" As he comes in here, and he's going to make 2 attacks with the dagger. The first one is going to be a 14, which would miss the bugbear. As he decides to go for easier prey in order to get warmed up for the fight, he's going to have to goblin next. As that's a 21 to hit the goblin. For oh god, I can't even see that. Max
It
damage.
works out so much better.
Yep. As he sits there, it says, "My blades are warmed up now." As we now have the goblins' turn. The goblins are going to collapse onto. Let's see here.
The ground because they have no leader. We took the head off the body.
Yep.
Because that's how power vacuums work, right? Here we go.
That's what I was hoping for anyway.
Yeah.
Could.
Always have an exit strategy. As we've got this right here, seen. We have 1 attack on Vash, which is a natural 20. That will end up doing for a 10 slashing damage against Vash. We'll have 1, 2, 3 attacks on Royal. First will miss with a natural 9 for 13. Second one is a natural 7 for an 11. Third one is a natural 4 for an 8. Of our ones here, one would attack Varm, one would attack Shallowly Buried Hal. Let's do Hal first. That's a natural 20 for 10 damage, reduced to 5 because of the Revenant's abilities. And then Varm, that will be a 15 to you.
No way.
All right. As always, like many of Dan's characters, they're just able to angrily glare you into missing. That brings us back up to the top of the round. Varm.
Could I use my reaction?
For
The skirmisher ability I have, which allows me to move up to half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of me without provoking opportunity attacks.
that would be something you were allowed to do, because I was unaware you had skirmisher until just now.
Dun dun dun! I want to go 15 feet up
All right, cool.
for a
You do
total
that.
of 20.
Everybody says, "Get back here," because I can't hit you that fast.
How high is the ceiling in here?
30.
Okay.
Yeah. So Varm, with the reaction over, it's
Okay.
your turn again.
Going to holster the pistol, pull out the hammer, and attempt to melee the bugbear to my north.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because Royal's right there?
You would.
Actually, I don't need it because I got a dirty 20 anyway.
All right, cool. You can still roll to see if you get a nat 20.
I'm not going to push it. Gosh. This is the right one. Okay, 5 piercing on the first shot. And this time I am going to use the advantage on my second attack. Wow. Bummer. Does a 17 hit him?
A 17 would hit.
Excellent.
Yeah. Dude, we're level 6 and you're saying Bummer had a 17.
Yes.
Oh.
13 piercing damage from the second, or bludgeoning damage from the second shot. Wait a minute, I'm using the wrong one. Yes, I was using the wrong damage die. So the hits are the same. First one would be, sorry about that.
You're good.
First one would have been a 12.
Okay, so first one was 12 damage.
Second one would have been the same. Rolled 8s both times.
All right, and
24 bludgeoning on that same guy.
do me a favor and explain to me the concussion and then the fatal injury that Bugbear sustained.
I want to see his brain shoot out his head like tomato soup out of a really hot can of Campbell's.
See, the problem is you couldn't really see it because there's so much energy in your attack that it just went from inside his head to up against the wall.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, like it's like lag in reality, and in that lag, you went straight from slide A to slide B.
All right, that'll end my turn.
All right, that brings us to the Bugbears. We've still got one. This one is going to roll up over here so he can attack Royal. We'll have one throw a javelin at Damros, and one make a melee attack against Varm. I'm going to start at the north for our attack against Royal, which is Royal, I'm so sorry that I roll really well against you and only you. That's a 21 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and that would end up, once I do the math again,
I'm
12 bludgeoning damage reduced to 6.
Yeah, I'm raging. I'll survive.
Yep. A thrown javelin to Damros, which is a natural 4 to an 8,
Nope.
which misses, and then the Morning Star to Varm, which is a natural 4 to 8. All right, that brings us to Vash.
Wait, I have to say it. Not even close, bud.
All right, Vash the Stampede.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm going to start working my way north. I'm going to do a Sarigama attack on the goblin to my north there.
Okay.
That's going to be a 25 to hit
Misses.
for
Not
6 slashing damage.
Okay. Does not fell him.
All right. Follow up, 10 to hit.
10 would not hit.
Damn. Okay. All right. Then I will do the unarmed strike against him. That's going to be a 22 to hit
Would hit.
for 5 bludgeoning damage.
All right. That wrecks that goblin.
And then I'm going to move 5 feet into his spot.
Okay, cool. Damros.
Seeing as I don't want to die, I want to shoot at that bugbear. Wait,
Okay, cool.
yeah, he's engaged with Royal, correct?
That one is engaged with Royal, yes.
Okay, so no advantage, but I do get sneak attack if I hit.
No, you actually would get advantage because he's engaged with Royal and you're 20 feet up in the air.
Okay, that's 16 plus 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Would hit.
Let me double check that. Yep. And I get all of the d6s.
Cool.
Which I don't have enough pulled out right now because I'm dumb.
This is also the main reason why I've never played a rogue. I have no interest in owning that many d6s.
Well, I still have the tiny ones that I got last time I was in Illinois.
Oh,
17.
Your Magic the Gathering d6s?
Yep. 17 piercing
17 damage. All right. This bugbear is looking a lot worse for wear. He's still alive, but he's barely breathing.
Alrighty. And yep, I'm good.
All right. That brings us to Royal because Ryan Gosling is dead. Sorry, Ryan.
Long live Ryan Gosling. I'm gonna slash this guy real good with
Do
a great
it.
sword of great sword. Recklessly, if I didn't say that. 20 something to hit.
20 something
24?
would hit.
24. 9, 11 slashing.
Explain to me how you've rent this bugbear asunder.
Like every time I'm swinging, I'm saying, "Bow to your Goblin King." Cut him off
Yeah,
at the knees.
That's your first attack.
And then there's no one underneath here, right?
No. Let me move this out of the way to prove it. Nope.
Okay. And then I'm gonna step up
Okay.
and then slash this dude.
Sounds good.
Super recklessly. 25 to hit.
25 would hit. Just as that happens, there's also an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
But
It has
that's a natural-
disadvantage because
Yeah.
I'm raging.
Well, it doesn't matter because it was a natural 1, and the other one is a natural 6 and a natural 20. So you just canceled out a natural 20. Way to go.
Yay! I knew I picked that ability for a reason.
Yep.
Because 14 slashing.
14 slashing on this guy right here.
Yeah.
Logged and loaded. Cool. At that point, we have anything else that you want to do on your turn?
Just tilt the crown just a little bit more.
All right, cool. Bonus action for Swagger. That brings us up to shallowly buried Hal, who's going to take one of his daggers, and he's going to throw it at that guy right there. For a 16 plus 4, that's a 20. Let's see how much damage that does. That is... Oh my god. Hal's rolling money. That's 7 piercing damage on the... Oh my god. Okay, how much? And that's enough to pin him to the wall. As Yeah, everyone looks around and it goes like, "What? I told you my blades were warmed up." That brings us up to the goblins. Let me remove all the dead creatures so I can see where people can be.
Tight room.
What's up?
I was just commenting it's a tight room that's full of dead bodies now.
Yeah. Let's see here. We're gonna collapse down onto this. We're gonna collapse, or he's technically got to be right there then. We don't have to collapse anymore. So starting with Vash the Stampede, I would say 1 to Vash, 1 to Royal. The goblins are recognizing that Damros is wrecking face up in the air, so there's going to be 2 short bow attacks on him, an attack on Varm, a short bow attack on Damros, and then an attack on Shallowly Buried Hal. So let's go ahead and do the short bow attacks on Damros first. First one is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
6 piercing damage.
All right.
Second one is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
6 piercing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, the last one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
6 piercing damage.
Were those at disadvantage, or at least the first 2?
No, none of them were at disadvantage. I didn't even think about that. So that would have been, the first one still hits. That means the second attack would be a 19 for the first roll and a 14 for the second. So would a 14 hit?
Meets it, beats it.
All right, so the second one then hits. Now let's go for the third. The third is a natural 20 and a 16.
All right, they all hit, so I still take
All
a
right.
15.
Sorry about that.
Meh.
Yep, I didn't. Now going into the Vash the Stampede melee attack. That is a 7, which is not going to hit. The one at Royal, which will be a 16. Would a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
6 bludgeoning damage reduced to 3. The one at Varm, which is a 22 to hit.
Hit.
6 bludgeoning damage, and then the one to Shallowly Buried Hal is a natural 20, which would end up doing 8 bludgeoning damage. Or I'm sorry, slashing damage since they're scimitars. That brings us up to the top of the round with Varm.
All right, I think I'm just going to wheel around and take the hammer and attempt to wrong one. Attempt to hit the bugbear that's remaining.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 hit, just barely hits.
Nice. Pick up the right damage die this time. 6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Second attack, same thing. This time it is a 21 to hit
21 definitely hits.
for max damage, 12 bludgeoning.
Nice. He is barely alive.
All right, then I am going to use what is that called? Is it second wind or
Second wind,
Action
he'll
surge?
do action surge, gives you another round of
action
actions.
surge? Yeah, I use action surge right now.
Cool. 2 more attacks.
One more against the bugbear. 15 to hit.
15 misses.
All right. Second attack. That is a 19
19 hits.
for, oh, bummer. Only 5 bludgeoning.
Let's see what happens with that. Hey, guess what? Ding dong, the bugbears are dead.
Okay, it was worth it then.
Tell me what kind of Campbell soup painting is against the wall right now.
Shit, I can't think of that guy's name.
Andy Warhol?
No. No, it actually isn't him.
Let me see.
This one, I think
Yeah,
instead of
oh.
trying to... What's that?
Jackson Pollock.
Pollock, that's the guy. Yeah.
All
So
right.
there's like bits of brain, bits of skull, bits of whatever they use for flesh.
Mhm.
It's all in there.
So as Varm's turn ends, we are actually at like an interruption in battle as all the goblins immediately fall down onto their hands and knees, like heads facing the ground, just going, "Okay, all right, cool, we get it, we get it. You can have the keys to Goblin City. It's yours."
Do we have your allegiance?
If that keeps us alive, yes.
You can't see because it's under the mask, but I'm smiling real big.
All right, I'm just gonna take your word for it. I know that's a weird thing to say out loud.
Oh, right.
But get it. Okay, cool.
I
All
gotta
hail
remember
your
thoughts
name.
stay in here.
All right, cool. I get it. Hail your name, the Goblin King. Actually, what is your name?
My name happens to be Royal.
How very fitting. You're the king.
Shouldn't I be the king since I killed the king?
At this point, I want to use my hat of
That's a good-
disguise to look like the Goblin King that is dead now.
Okay. Yes, you're trolling us very, very well. Congratulations.
Vash brings up a good point. How does Goblin Law work?
Do you guys speak Goblin? You don't know Goblin law?
I have a memory problem.
Oh, that's
You
okay
stop
because we don't
asking
know Goblin law
questions.
either.
Stop
We're
asking
just-
questions. You're gonna die with your hands up.
Look, I was asking mostly because if you understood it more than me. It just Yex came in one day barking orders, and I guess I went along with it.
Okay.
Also, how do you like my comment? I spent a long time learning it.
You need some more seasoning.
All right, cool. I thought so too.
It's a little whiny.
Sprinkle some pepper on himself. All right, Roy,
I
I'll
don't
tell you what.
understand these things called idioms.
You can be the Goblin King. But remember that I got you your crown.
Actually, as this happens, over the next little while, Royal,
Uh-huh.
how much do you pay attention to your new Goblin crown?
Very, it's part of me.
All right, cool. As this so happens,
Even though I didn't earn it, I'm proud of it.
yeah, as you guys are focusing on it, the attunement time has completed, and Royal does not look like Royal anymore.
Do I feel that?
You feel like there's a magic energy surrounding you.
I want to know how we're gonna know that
What-
Royal doesn't look like Royal anymore.
Now there's
Do
However,
we
some
really know what Royal looks like?
Ooh,
Uh,
good question.
Scott, what would you say is the human ideal?
Well, apparently you think it's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Well, Yex thought it was Ryan Gosling.
Oh, it's what Royal thinks.
Yeah. What would Royal believe the human ideal to be?
I'm trying to think of something weird that he would think.
This is the completely Freudian thing. You know that, right?
I'm getting into Royal's head here.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, who would this guy think of? Because it would be somebody like big and burly, like
Like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
There you go.
Bronson.
something like that
Vin
neighborhood
Diesel.
of a thing. Yeah, some pro wrestler. Yeah.
All right. At this point, Royal doesn't look like he has a mask on anymore. Well, not his mask. He now looks like Kane from the WWE. Because he's the only or no, Rey Mysterio. There we go. I'm
What?
trying to just think of wrestlers with masks.
The Ultimate Warrior with the face paint.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Macho Man Randy Savage and sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
brother.
What if we go? What do
yeah,
they
I'm
call
the
those
Goblin
guys?
King.
Luchadors? Is that what the?
Yeah, so Rey Mysterio was the Americanized version of a luchador.
Okay.
What about comic book Bane?
That's
Sure.
also
Was also big and burly and has a luchador mask.
Yeah. all right. Cool. You are Tom Hardy in The Dark Knight Rises, complete, even with your own cool coat.
It was a cool coat.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have you guys take a quick 5-minute because I need to use the bathroom and turn on the lights to my room.
Okay.
See you guys at 32.
Corey,
Yeah.
feel free to claim the kingness. I feel like you exceeded a little quickly.
I what? Exceeded.
Isn't that the right word?
I've never heard that word before, so feel free to make it whatever you mean it to be.
Conceited?
Let me Google it to make sure I didn't use that wrong.
You mean
Yeah.
conceited?
Assent or agree to a demand, request, or treaty.
No, honestly, it meant more to Royal than it does to Vash.
Yeah.
Vash just wants to tell people that he's the secret king of the Goblin City.
Right. He wants the story.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you didn't feel like I was stealing the thing that you kind of took.
No.
Actually, I think it's way more intriguing that Royal ends up having a appearance-changing item based off of what he thinks.
I realized after you said the name of the item when Royal picked it up that you had selected Ryan Gosling to be your vision of human perfection.
I mean, that one was more Carly's, and I just went with it as
Oh,
opposed.
okay.
Yeah. Let's see here. What you need to know about the circlet of human perfection. Only humanoids can attune to it. The circlet transforms its attuned wearer into an attractive human of average height and weight.
Oh.
The circlet chooses the physical characteristics of the form, such as age, gender, skin color, hair color, and voice. Except for size, the wearer's statistics and racial traits don't change, nor do items worn or carried by the wearer. Removing the circlet ends the effect. But this item should be in D&D Beyond.
Cool.
See.
So now, like,
Circlet
he
of
is
plastic.
a masked character still wearing the mask, using an enchanted item to cover up his entire body, and in front of that is another mask.
I'm a dude playing a dude who thinks he's another dude.
Who's wearing a mask?
Speaking of which, Tropic Thunder. I don't know if I enjoyed that movie or not.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I remember bits about it, but I don't ever remember, like, being super engaged with it for more than just, oh, that's a funny line.
Oh, I greatly enjoyed it the first time I saw it. I don't know if I saw it a second time, actually, but I
Yeah.
greatly enjoyed it.
All right, so we are back into Goblin City.
Yeah.
At this point, shallowly buried Hal just goes like, all right, I'm only getting 2 more readings of people now. We've got one way farther to the east, another one southeast. But, well, my bloodlust is mildly satiated, so if we want to go somewhere else, all right, I'm cool with that.
Where else do we need to go?
Well, do any of these goblins know anything about the Xanathar situation down here?
Hey, goblin, my peoples.
Yes, King Royal.
What do you know about Xanathar and his regards?
Oh, yes. Xanathar's guild is northeast of us. Wait, usually as I'm answering, you're supposed to beat me up.
I don't really do
We can
that.
dismiss with the pleasantries right now. Just answer
All hail
Well
King Royal the
played.
Kind!
it.
Well played. I approve.
Guys, they gave you a nickname.
That's quick.
Yes, there's a Xanathar's guild, northeast of us. Basically, if you go, like, you know where the Bazaar of Goblin City is? In the door to
Uh,
the south.
The only door out of here.
Yes. If you go down that door to the south, and then at the crossroads, turn north. That will lead you to the Xanathar's Guild outpost.
How many are there?
There's a very, very high number of them.
Do you guys want to come with us?
I mean, I don't think you understand how being a regent works. You just tell us to do stuff and then we go with you. Wait, hold on. No, this is more of your kindness.
You're
At
giving
this point, one
goblins
of the
a stroke.
goblins runs out of the room. He's like, "Hey, stop building the auction stage. We need a statue to King Royal the Kind."
Nothing bad could ever come of this.
Guys, I don't know if I'm gonna leave here.
Well, luckily there's a few spare characters rolled up.
Everyone, write our greatest goblin poetries, full of superlatives.
I was gonna say, goblins write poetry?
It's not very good, but it's still poetry.
That's actually how I learned Goblin, was at the monastery. I had to study Goblin poetry.
18th century goblin poetry.
Every century. Let me tell you,
All 18 of
somehow it didn't get better.
They're mostly haikus about getting punched in the kidneys.
Yeah,
That was very cathartic for me, by the way.
while we're at it, is there anyone who can look at Terry?
I mean, oh, that's one of those common idioms that we hear so much about. Give Terry some medical attention.
How many of you have just been looking at him this past however long he's been getting punched in kidneys?
Almost the entire time.
I think these are your people, Royal.
Certainly people.
If there's anything you've learned about goblin culture today, it's that they are very literal people.
Well, what are you
All
gonna
right.
do? You gonna take them with? You gonna stay here? Do we need to go free some slaves and find a new character for you?
No, that won't be necessary. Anybody wants to follow? You can.
Oh, hail King Royal.
Is there a nickname in it for us?
You guys want nicknames too?
I mean, depends on the nickname.
How about
Royals Roughnecks.
I actually kind of like that.
give arm with the wordplay?
Varm the Wise.
Yeah, I'm so wise. I'm quoting, well, paraphrasing Starship Troopers.
This
It's
entire
new to
time,
us.
They're the Goblin Space Force. Let's go.
Just keep us away from arachnids.
the bugs are everywhere.
All right, everybody, mount up.
All right, at this point you have. How is it that you guys are always able to recruit NPCs?
Would you let us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Here we go. Royal, since you're the regent here and you have some sway in Goblin City now, roll a d10, and that's how many goblins you have persuaded.
Oh, that's a 0.
That's 10 goblins you've persuaded to be
come-
your lemmings. Jesus. All right. Well, you know what? The Goblin Bazaar is going to run a little light today, but we'll come back with more stories of the Kind's greatness.
Or not. Probably not. Very likely
Royal-
not.
Royals red shirts.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Royals red shirts. I can't see a problem with that. That's a multi-layered joke because the
I
DM's
was just
colorblind.
gonna say that.
I would like to grant inspiration to myself for that one.
He earned it, guys.
All right. I'm gonna strut my way out here.
All right.
Might as well follow suit. Watch
You
this
guys find
clusterfuck
that
unfold.
all the hallways are a little bit harder to walk across because they're filled with goblins.
Cheering and throwing things that I'm not even going to look into what they are.
Yet that goblins have not researched the ability of walking in a line.
How many minor fights break out while we're walking?
None. There's a lot of happiness that the bugbear beatings have ceased.
It's like that thing where like a bunch of people are following like a famous person.
Yep. They follow you like paparazzi.
Hey,
All right.
guys, I could probably use a short rest.
Oh yeah, we should do that actually. Hey
So-
guys,
Let's surround ourselves with goblins.
guys, before we go, goblin people.
So I imagine you guys took the short rest because that's what gave Royal the attunement
Oh,
to the
yeah.
to the circlet of Rey Mysterio.
Let's short rest. Hit die.
I only got 3 left. It's better than nothing.
And by the way, at the end of your short rest, guys, you do see written in Goblin new things. It says Goblin laws have changed their immigration policy.
I don't read Goblin.
As you just see scratched out squiggles replaced by other squiggles.
So the immigration policies have changed, so now people who aren't goblins can come to the Goblin City. I think that's going to be great for the Goblin Bazaar economy.
Yeah, because they can actually get outside money flowing in.
Yep.
And they can even potentially get goods that aren't Terry's blood to sell because, like, you could have a barter system, all sorts of things, man.
I mean, it was a Terry's blood-based economy.
It was. It was. I still have that bucket.
He was going through the whole fight, just like one hand holding the bucket.
I set it down. I'm gonna cash in on that bucket of Terry's blood though before the economy booms,
Smart.
and before Terry gets fully healed. Because if Terry can make all the blood he wants again,
That's actually their inflation policy. It's how much Terry's veins inflate from blood.
All right.
All right, at the end of our short rest, we begin high-hoeing.
yeah.
All right, Royal, once you get to the crossroads, let me make sure I got the numbers that I need here. All right, as you get into this room, you frescoes on the walls mark this 4-way intersection, and they depict shield dwarves at work. Magic causes the images to move. All right, the dwarves are shown rolling and stacking barrels, carving blocks from stone, drinking from stone tankards, so on and so forth. As you make your way down the hall, the dwarves will occasionally wave and wink at you.
The last part's creepy.
Mm.
Everything was fine with the moving pictures until they started winking at me.
Well, part of it is they notice you, they all raise their glasses and they wink at you.
Oh, okay.
Which, for those of you who understand dwarven culture, know that dwarves actually cannot blink. They just wink alternating so they can always keep their eyes on you.
I also speak Dwarvish. I shout out in Dwarvish something like a common dwarven like toast thing. Like in English we say cheers. In Russian they say do svidaniya.
Sláinte.
At that point, one of the goblins kind of pulls at your fur and goes, they can't understand you. It's a painting.
So we
Guys,
can't do like a bit.
guys, everyone, welcome Vash the Dim-Witted.
That's not gonna stand.
Everyone, welcome Vash the Redacted.
I will take that.
I like it.
Vash the Redacted.
So north to Xanathar's people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go,
All right.
guys. These hallways are too long.
At that point, as you get up here and you get to the beginning of Xanathar, Royal,
Beep beep beep.
you see two bugbears standing guard. They see yourselves. They see shallowly buried Hal, as well as the goblin cadre you guys have found for yourselves. At this point, they just go, "Welcome to Xanathar's Guild." You've changed your nickname. It's like, "Welcome to Xanathar's Guild." Look, we have to ask you a couple of things before you're allowed to enter. For example, how many eyes does Xanathar have?
More than you.
Oh, that's the correct answer. Come on in.
What is the average airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Yeah, questions Mike asks when he just wants to make us fight. I remember Drunks and Dragons. Yep, but they step out of the way and they give you the ability to walk down the hallway.
They melded with
Oh,
the
thank
wall.
God! I was worried my legs would never work again when I saw those bugbears.
And Roy, I'm gonna have you stop right there. As that happens, I need you to make a perception check. I'm also gonna move you guys.
That is a 0.
All right. As soon as you put your foot down in that spot, you just feel, after you put your full weight on it, the floor kind of sink in a little bit, and you hear a click. I'm going to give you a second to make a instant reaction based off of that. You get no more information other than the click.
I try to shoot my grappling hook up into the air and hope it catches something.
All right. Roll a dexterity check for me.
I just rolled 2 ones in a row. That dice is done. It's a 3.
All right. As you shoot up, unfortunately, you're not able to wrap it around and find purchase in time before these darts go down, like from the east end of the hall, shoot towards you. Let's see here. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep.
You take 2 piercing damage from the dart itself, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Here we go, new dice. Better. 13.
You take 10 poison damage as the poison tip of the dart sinks in to your skin.
Yep.
At that point, we're going to roll initiative.
Because the bugbears know we're not from here now that we stepped on the trap right after them.
Make an insight check.
Ooh, what's my insight again? What's my age again? What's my 23?
Exactly that. Is you gave the wrong code word, and they just decided to let you step on the poison dart traps.
Dicks.
Who moved the trap again?
But there we go. We've got 25 to 20.
23.
Oh, right.
15 to 20.
All my dice are broken.
10 to 15. 5 to 10.
6.
Wow.
6.
5.
So Royal's at a 6. Varma's at a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you get, Damaros?
6.
All right. Who had the higher dexterity between Damaros and Royal?
Probably not me.
Mine
2.
+3.
All right. So Damaros is going to go first.
Out
All
of
right.
everyone?
Vash as the only person to go quickly.
As I am wont to do.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry. I
would-
forgot to roll for the Revenant. Okay. The Revenant. And the Gobbies. Okay. There we go.
Okay, I would like to start by trying to wrap up the bugbear to myself. So he needs to make a athletics or acrobatics check.
As I look up bugbear stats, okay. Athletics is a natural 1.
Okay, so he is restrained, and I'm going to use my extra attack to attack the one across the hall. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 would hit.
All right, that's for 6 slashing damage.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do an unarmed strike on the one that I have restrained.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 would hit.
And that's for 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right. And with that being the case, I need to do some things. Hold on.
That was the most for honor thing I've ever done.
Okay. As I'm done with that, we are moving to Damaros.
Alrighty. Are they in the wall or what's the deal?
I just wanted, like, they essentially stepped aside for you guys. I wanted to make sure you guys knew you could walk down.
So it would be possible for me to get flanking on them?
It would, yeah.
Okay. Then I want to do that. So I'm assuming there would facilitate that.
Where you were at was just fine. It's like this is just like letting you know that there's a passage through, but based off of the way that these dungeons work, Vash and that bugbear are technically in the same square,
Okay.
but trying to let it, like, it's just one of the drawbacks of us being on a 2D map.
Yeah. Okay. Then I want to try and stab that same bugbear with my rapier.
All right, you have advantage on this not only because Vash is engaged, but because the bugbear's restrained.
22.
22 hits.
And that is 3d6 plus a d8. Brrr. 14 piercing damage.
Rose go. "Brrr." All right. This bugbear is not looking too healthy. Royale, you just had a dart go in you. You're not feeling too great. What are you gonna do?
Can I see where the poison dart came from?
Poison dart came from a hole in the wall over here. Do me a favor, make another perception check.
8.
All right. Actually, make it with advantage because you've seen where the darts shoot from.
17.
All right, with the 17, you see that there are 3 pressure plates down this hall. You have stepped on the first one, with there being 2 more down the hall. That if you stepped on, additional darts will come through that part of the wall.
Does it seem like it's a one-use pressure plate?
Each pressure plate appears to be multi-use.
Okay, I'm gonna go 5. Whoop, that's not how you do that.
Actually, even with the roll so good, you'll realize that one of the bugbears seems to have a lever at their side. This one right here. And if that lever looks to disengage the trap.
Well, I'm going there, and then I want to try to grapple him.
Okay. Athletics check.
Do I have advantage on that?
You do.
No, I'm not raging.
No, okay.
Because I'm almost out of rages, and I need to save.
Didn't you short rest so you get them back?
Nope. I don't get those back on a short rest.
That's weird.
You start getting that later.
Okay.
Anyway, this is a bonus action because I'm good at that, but I rolled well. 25 is athletics.
All right. He anticipates you trying to do a shoot takedown on him, and he gets low, but he also leaves his arms really wide, so you end up just like wrapping him up, and he is like in a essentially reverse Nelson position.
Okay, and then I'm going to spot one of the pressure trap plate things.
Okay.
And walk him over to it with him in front of me.
With the amount of movement that you have, you very much can do this. We're going to have to make a roll to hit. He's restrained, so it's at advantage, which would hit. He ends up taking... So essentially, I'm assuming you're going back to where you were,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
He ends up taking 2 piercing damage by the dart, has to make a Constitution saving throw, which he fails. That takes another 10 poisoning damage. And based off the collective damage, you 100% just tomb raided him. Tell me, do you already have inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to give you some for using the trap against the trappers. Yep. Then we've got anything else for this turn?
Nope.
Varm Nefarious.
All right, I attempt to sledgehammer the remaining bugbear.
Do it. You have advantage.
24.
24 would hit.
9 bludgeoning.
Tell me, how did you get so good at bugbear art? Like it's like, yeah, it's
same way you get to Carnegie Hall.
Practice. You know, Aldo, I think this is your best one yet. Yeah, but that ends battle for right now. The goblins just kind of go, "Aww, sorry, I thought we could be faster at fighting, guys."
I mean, none of us really... Nothing happened to us, right? Other than the poison dart.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at this point, you do, like, Royal, you are keenly aware of what appears to be the lever that disengages the traps.
Minions. Pull
Yes.
that lever.
You heard them, boys. Let's go. As it takes 3 of them to climb up to get to the level of the lever. One just comes on, and his body weight is enough to pull it, so the other 2 goblins jump up onto, like, and grab his legs, and eventually hear... And then you believe the trap's disengaged.
I'm gonna keep holding the dead bugbear as a human shield in front of me as we walk the hallway.
All right, as you do it, you hear click, but nothing happens. Click, but nothing happens. Click, and the world blows up. No, nothing happens.
See you guys next week.
With an all-new party. Yep.
What happens when I get out here?
As that happens, I need to show you more things. So allow me to do so by changing layers. Did I do it? I think I did it. You find a number of Xanathar's guild members who are human and a drow elf. Well, it has the body of a drow elf, but it has 8 eyes.
Drow elf, 8 eyes.
Yep.
Spider elf. Guys, what is
elf.
this?
Spider elf.
I think it's
Okay,
another mask for you to take.
Spider smelf.
At this point, all the guild members have their weapons on their hands on the hilts of their weapons. As Spider Elf comes up and goes, "Nope, there's no need for that here." I see that the bugbears gave you some trouble, and they totally underestimated the level of capability you guys have. That's not a mistake I'll be making today. I am Shun Shareth, and welcome to the Spider Eyes Watch Post. I bet you can easily see why we named it that.
I don't see a single spider.
Oh, try looking around then.
Nope, still nothing.
Why are we here again? Something about
There's someone to murder in here.
crescendo.
Here I go killing again.
Crescendo.
Yeah, crescendo.
Explain your purpose. Oh, wait,
I'm
he's
sorry, are
dead.
you asking me to explain why I'm in a Xanathar's Guild hideout?
No.
Yeah, it's past my goblin city, so
Well, I
Um,
suppose that makes us neighbors then.
yeah, and I'd like to know more about my neighbors. What are you doing here?
Well, just like any good Xanathar's Guild hideout, we offer respite for Xanathar's Guild members. As you can see, here is Tyler, Todd, Travis, T, Tyrone, other T, and T the third.
Oh, okay. That doesn't answer why you. What are you doing here?
We work out of here
What do you work?
for Xanathar's Guild.
What does Xanathar do here?
Well, he doesn't do anything here.
What do you do for Xanathar here?
Collect information, send regards.
What's up with that?
Xanathar thought it would just be a badass thing to say as we murdered somebody.
Some of your people are shouting it way early.
Yeah, like
We have a lot of trainees, and the ones who say it early tend to not make it very long in Xanathar's Guild before they're brutally murdered back.
Yeah, like that should be like a killing blow kind of thing. Just as a note, you know.
one question though, if it is part of like when you kill somebody, like there's no one there to hear it. No one knows you said it.
Well, that's what makes it badass.
I don't disagree actually, guys.
Yeah. Look,
All right, I'm gonna have to come up with something else.
I appreciate this small talk preamble here, but I've also noticed the amount of goblins that you have. I imagine that you're the new king of Goblin City. Oh man, Yex was in power for what? A week? 2? It matters not. I wish you a long reign of multiple weeks.
I
Long
will be
live,
king for
long
1,000
live
years.
King Royal.
But that being said, as our neighbors, I do need you to know the following: that while we are interested in friendly relations here, we do declare sovereignty on the ground we currently stand on. You can have Goblin City, just don't expand eastward.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm going to need more of a firm answer than that.
What if you worked for Goblin City instead of Xanathar?
Oh, that's interesting. What if you work for Xanathar's Guild instead of Goblin City?
I'm the king there.
Oh, great.
Okay, I mean it's kind of like gross in here anyway.
Yeah.
That was up with the eyes.
Oh, yeah. Now that you ask about this, there was a priestess of Loth who got pretty pissed off at me because, as she said, I shouldn't have ghosted on our relationship, and she said that she placed a curse on me, and then I woke up the next morning and I could see 4 times more than usual.
Is that really a curse? That's kind of beneficial in some situations.
That's what I'm saying. This has been the best breakup for me.
But, like, I guess like the real kicker is like you probably get murdered on sight above ground.
Well, have you looked at me? The racism's strong up there in Waterdeep. I was gonna get killed no matter how many eyes I had.
Yeah, but like, people spit on dark elves and things like that, but like now you have 8 eyes. You're an aberration of an aberration.
Casual racism aside, I understand your point. I kind of good down here.
Have you
But, sure.
considered wearing a mask?
No, not even a little bit.
What if you wore a mask that had more eyes?
Mm.
Now you're talking my language.
And then people assume they're all fake.
Eyes. His language is eyes.
I don't think I speak that.
All hail Vash the Redacted, because King told us we can't say the nickname.
Edsvel, what are you hoping to gain out of us finding these guys now that we have?
Well, I was thinking that we could just run the information trade and figure out why the hell. I'm sorry, I'm still just very, very odded out by the amount of eyes. Could you turn around, please? Because, yes, allow me. As he just kind of turns around and hums to himself for a little bit. As she goes, look, we just needed to broker some information to understand more about the Underdark. We're looking for things that could dominate somebody's will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then because we have a lot of reason to believe they're making a push towards Waterdeep. So we just wanted to know more about an enemy that we have never interacted with before.
I wasn't sure like how much vengeance we were here for.
This is not more for vengeance. I'm sorry, I'm not like shallowly buried Hal. By the way, wonderful nickname for him. I wish the goblins gave you more credit for your creativity. This is more about making sure that Waterdeep can protect itself from threats seen and unseen.
Okay. What did that guy say his name was? Mr. Eight Eyes?
Shun Shareth.
Shun Shareth. Shun,
Hello.
What you trying to get into?
yes.
Shoo.
Yes. Someone else has finally caught up with at least some of that. um, so, what kind of Guys, I don't know how to phrase this question.
We
If only Vash was smarter.
I hate these goblins. God damn it.
We know what you did to Terry.
they're not wrong.
They got me there. If only they knew what I did to their team.
Um, we're looking for some information.
Well, that's wonderful. I happen to have information for sale.
Um, how do I describe if someone wanted to, make somebody do stuff they didn't want to do? What things are you aware of that do that?
Well, let's take your nefarious friend, for example. He might point his gun at them and say, "Hey, if you don't do my bidding, I'll shoot you." Is
It's
that the information you're looking for, or are you trying to have it narrowed down a bit?
No, not just simple threats.
Oh, so you mean like magic?
Sort of.
That
Like maybe
po-
maybe objects.
enchanted objects?
Probably.
Now that might be something I can assist you lot in. Uh, but just like one city and another, we might need something in trade.
What we got some nice meats. Lots of blood that I wouldn't recommend, but
Kidney blood.
Oh,
some
oh,
some
we're
people
not in
like
a barbaric blood-based economy.
Hey, Terry's blood is. I don't even know.
I did not expect this bit to run as long as it has. Look,
name your price.
now we can go with a simple 1,000 gold coin for information fee, or the next time you're up on the surface world, you can do a little something for us. Something that would be mutually beneficial for you and Xanathar's guild.
Second one sounds okay to me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, they spoke.
Great.
The
Here,
tribe has
T the
spoken.
third, come over here. Bring the box. As you see what appears to be like a like nicely polished wooden jeweler box. As T the third
What's in the box?
hands it into Shun's hands. He goes, yes, here you go, sir. And Shun goes like, thank you so much, the third.
Where's the
What is
second?
in here is a bangle. What we would like to have happen is that you offer this bangle to Volothamp Gadarm. Just make sure that he puts it on, um, and then we will consider the deal square.
We already know who that is.
You do. He's the person who asked you to find Rainier Never or son.
You said Floon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, Floon isn't Floon's name?
No, that was so Volothamp Gadar gave you the first quest in Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Oh,
'Cause-
right.
Yeah.
And then we had to find Floon,
Yeah.
and then okay. Now I
Because
remember.
Floon
Yeah.
knew where the Never Ember heir was.
Right. Did I write that? I didn't write that guy's name. Okay. Well, that should be a thing, I guess.
Yes, wonderful. Make sure that you try to get that done sometime in the next week. Very, very important, timely business. We want to make sure that our gifts um, don't fall and become debts. Um, the information you're looking for. Ah, yes. There's a number of magic items that can do this. A lot of them are illusions that can place individuals under a charm. A lot of them will make people believe certain events may have transpired or may not have transpired, altering their memories, altering their social norms. For example, bards are known to use some of their musical magics to make you believe you're better friends with them than they are.
Why would anyone need that?
Oh, it's always great to be able to weasel your way into situations and be able to weasel your way out of them. Um, I'm sorry, Varm, if you're saying stuff, you're muted.
Sorry, talking to the wife.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
I got one ear on you, one ear on her. You're fine.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something I was supposed to know. Um, at that point, let's see here. Other things. There's a bunch of creatures that have the ability to dominate someone's will. Most of them started off as wizards who wanted to become a lich and failed somewhere along the way. Depending on where they failed, they may be able to read your thoughts. They may be able to suggest new thoughts to you. They may be able to completely dominate your entire being.
Okay, before you get too much further and we squander all of the favor that we've made a trade for here, what do you know about Illithid?
Ooh, Illithid. Intellect is sustenance for these. Not only do they want to be able to control your mind, they wouldn't mind eating it outright, leaving you a brainless husk, more commonly known as dead. You'd be dead. But they do have the ability to dominate individuals. They do have the ability to make others act in wills not their own. In fact, some of their underlings, intellect devourers, can, instead of damaging your vitality, can damage your ability to form thoughts.
You know what we
Is
can. Sorry, go ahead, Royal.
is there something like an object that you can use to protect yourself from them,
Some sort of talisman or charm or ward.
or a helmet?
Tinfoil hat.
I would imagine that plate armor wrapped around your head would be a great start. As you see, they end up having a beak that they can use to essentially bore a hole into your skull. If you can make
Oh.
sure that whatever is between that beak and your skull is farther than they can bore, odds are you'll be fine. Unless they get you in the eye parts, then you're boned no matter what you do.
And that's how they dominate your mind. They have to bore into it. They can't do it without
Well, that's the intellect of ours for being able to attack your brain power directly. When it comes down towards the Illithid, it's a little bit more elegant. Brutish is something they're capable of being, but they prefer not. They would like to essentially use their psionic abilities to essentially change what you believe to be true.
So if you don't know what's true, they can't change your mind?
That's not the way I intended that sentence, but you are welcome to try such a hypothesis.
Done.
Any other questions with everything that you are needing from me before you do what I need from you?
Where can we find these Illithid?
Just keep on trending downwards. The Illithid are native to the Underdark. Oh, hell, you're doing enough of a job for me. I can just tell you. What you need to know about the Illithid here is that they're not native to the material plane. Um, Actually, they are basically unwitting stooges in the war between the gods. They were originally from another plane. I don't be around Illithid enough to ask them where they're originally from, but they were essentially fallout from the war between the gods, war between that led to the separation of planes, and they were just left here to start anew.
Hmm.
Now, any other questions that you may require from me
Can,
before I submit that my end of the bargain has been complete?
can we just leave that open-ended?
Leave what open-ended?
Good, you agree.
Floating one?
Any
No,
more
I'm sorry.
questions, part?
Can we just say that we do have more questions and ask them later?
If you have more gold, you always can have more questions. But once you leave the room, I will require that your end of the bargain be fulfilled.
What if I leave a goblin here who never leaves the room?
The goblin will not be long for this world. You see, in this room behind me here, as he points in this direction, uh, Xanathar's guild does employ a bunch of bugbears who probably would like the old rules of Goblin City. Mainly that bugbears can beat the shit out of goblins in their own city. I don't want to do that to you, and this is not a thinly veiled threat at all. It's just inside your sovereign borders, that goblin would probably be much safer.
Mm-hmm. What do you?
Whereas outside the borders, I imagine the more commonly held cultures will hold strong.
Okay.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, keep your goblin alive and let him go home.
Yep. No, I got you.
All right. At this point, Hal just goes, "Hey, excuse me. I don't have any money. In fact, they gave me clothes and this awesome dagger belt. I'm hoping that you could just do us this one for free. Can we get passage along? Because there's actually somebody over that way that I really want to murder, and I'm betting she's not one of yours." He goes, "Oh, this is interesting. Um, if you can tell me the name of the individuals that you're looking for, I can confirm they're not members of the guild, and you can pass through unharmed on your way to do so." "Oh, that's really cool of you. Her name's Midna. Um, you might know her because she's an asshole. Um, she murdered me." It's like, yes, I can see that you were a member of the formerly fully alive, and now you have a foot in between worlds. Yeah, yeah. Look, this is cool of you for noticing stuff. It must be all the eyes you have. But look, the deal here is, I really want to murder her, and I think she's that way. Oh, and then there's Rex. Rex the Hammer. Terrible nicknames. Like, yes, that's absolutely terrible. But I can tell you, uh, is Midna some sort of religious entity? It's like, yeah, yeah, she's a priest. Well, that's great. Does she wear two different holy relics? Nope, one of them's mine. Oh, that's great. I know exactly who you're talking about. She's that way. As he points off in this direction, uh, straight south.
All right.
All right. It just goes, I can tell you that she is not under the protection of Xanathar's guild. In fact, we've been trying to assault her position for a little while now. She's hold herself up pretty good. I see. This is a mutually beneficial position because I really want to add that room to our nice little sovereignty over here. So
So wait.
why do you, Vash?
If we take care of Midna for you, can you give us an extra week on that job? Because we kind of got our hands in a lot of pots here.
I would have to repay a kindness with a kindness. Yes, you can have 14 days in order to complete the task before you.
Can I add one little tiny sprinkle of niceness to that?
It's such a nice day, I don't see why not.
Just keep your bugbears out of Goblin City. I don't want to start a whole thing.
I will agree to this with one caveat. Obviously, there's going to be times where we need our agents to get to the surface world, and unfortunately, they'll have to go through Goblin City.
Yeah.
If there's any way we can support selectively open borders so that you know when any of our agents pass through with enough time to protect yourselves.
Just don't you can go through, just don't rough up my people.
Yes, I'm just making sure that you'll know when somebody is acting on our behalf, and individuals who are independent or rogue agents, and neither of those do I care about their health. Just making sure that we have some sort of working agreement for now. Well, ruler of Goblin City, friends of the ruler, I declare this trade a smashing success.
Are there any like glass bottles or anything nearby?
There's a couple of like clay tankards.
I just pick one up and smash it on the ground.
Oh, how wonderfully brutish.
Smashing.
Great success.
Ah, double T. Make sure we get more tankards on our next adventure to the surface world. That one was my favorite.
Whoops.
And
All right, so you guys get free passage through Xanathar's Guild. How much we've gone from, hey, let's be murder herbalists today. It's like, hey, let's let diplomacy win out now that we're the kings of Goblin City.
I've noticed a marked change in Royal, and I think it's for the best.
I have people to look out for now.
We went from, hey, bums, do you want to go fight a boss with us, to, hey, goblins, don't worry about your well-being. All right. So as you go through, you do hear a bunch of bugbears talking to each other in this room over here. Vash, as you look in, there's 10 bugbears in what appears to be a bugbear barracks. And in
Bugbears?
this Triple B facility, you'll find out that a lot of them went to Bugbear University's School of Political Science.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. A poli sci major, yeah. I'm also going to stand. I don't know if I don't know if Royal sent the goblins home, so I'm gonna stand here and wait for the goblins to go past so that the bugbears don't come and, eat our 10 goblins.
They are super appreciative of that.
That's why they call me Vash the Redacted.
All right. So as we get into this new hallway, let me make sure that there's no information I need to give you in this hallway. There is not. Where would you like to go next? Based off of what shallowly buried Hal is doing, and let me change. He's pointing you in essentially this direction.
Okay.
I'm letting him kind of lead.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
can follow him.
All right. He goes, hey guys, I know how much you love treasure. Basically, I'm just seeing that we need to start going south from this way. Do you want to go through the door, or is the hallway good enough?
Do you sense any of your quarries in either direction?
Uh, basically here, I'm just getting a sort of find the path point. We're getting two different paths here. Essentially, we can go in through this room here, or we can go down the hallway.
I'm
Why
curious.
don't me and Damro see if we can't check out that room to the south quietly before we barrel in there.
You know what? As long as Midna's not in here, you can do whatever you want.
What do you say, Damros?
Sounds good to me. Our human target finder isn't so accurate, huh? Hey, let's pull out the Marauders map and just take a look and see what's in there.
Okay, can you read me again how the Marauders map works?
Surely. I just had to type this up real shorthand, so it might be a little weird.
That's okay.
Marauders map. 2 uses, resets at dawn. Learn class and race if unnamed. If named, learn name. No amount in room and 10 minutes of focus to use.
All right, so over the 10 minutes, because I did not specify that they had to be humanoid, you do get the idea that there is one singular entity in the room.
Well, I do believe they show up on the map, so can I just show that to them?
Mm-hmm. Let
Oh.
me go ahead and change the layers from it. That's what you see.
Oh, good lord. I would like to peek open the door and see if said jelly monster is full of loot.
You see this jelly monster, and let me read what it says. This jelly monster is a 30-foot cube.
Jeez.
The room is
That head
spotless.
shake.
There's no trace of dust or debris. The walls are carved with frescoes depicting a horrific Cyclopsian city of black stone submerged underneath raging seas. The gelatinous cube measuring 30 feet on any side is trapped in the room. The monster is situated in the center of the room when the characters first arrive. Floating in the center is a dwarven skull sheathed in glass. And at that point, Vash, can you make a wisdom perception check for me?
Yes.
It's Carm.
Oh. A wisdom perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's just a perception check. Cool. 26.
Here's what you need to know. Essentially, it is not necessarily it's not necessarily the gelatinous cube has caught up the skull head. It certainly has done that, but the skull head out of the dwarf appears to be acting upon the gelatinous cube. At that point, can you make an Arcana check for me?
I'm telling you, it's Carmine.
Falcone? Are we in a Batman again?
No, from Mystery Men.
That's a 10.
You're aware of spells that enlarge things. You get the idea here is that there's one of two possibilities. Either the cube has been enlarged so it can't escape the room, or the dwarf died while having an enlarged enchantment on him.
I relay all that information to the party. So there's a giant cube with a dwarf skull encased in glass inside of it. I think the dwarf skull is piloting the gel cube, not too sure. There's some sort of enlarged magic at play here. Either the dwarf died whilst being under the effect of it, or the cube has been enlarged so that it can't leave the room. Do you guys want to dispatch said cube? A 30-foot gelatinous cube sounds like a fantastic 3-headed guard dog.
Hey, I'm just gonna put this out here. That's not Midna, so I guess it
You're
can
right.
live.
So anybody who's not shallowly buried hell. I'm okay with.
Closed the door yet?
What's that?
Do I have to ask if you've closed the door yet?
Oh, no, I would have closed it so that we could have our conversation, our sidebar without interruption.
Well, it
Yeah.
looks like it can't get out.
Then I say we leave it and go around.
But what if it's really cool?
What if it's really friendly and it can be Royal's pet?
What if it's a bad guy and then we have to kill it?
What
I'm
if
not
we
gonna-
come back later and deal with this?
So I'm not gonna lie, my vote was actually to leave it alone too. I just didn't want to put my thumb on the scale. A 30-foot gelatinous cube is kind of terrifying.
That means it might be something that needs to be destroyed.
Look, priorities. First we kill Midna, then we kill everything else.
Sounds fair to me.
So let's skip cube room.
Okay, go ahead and show me where you go
Oh.
next.
Skip out on Cubert.
That's a game series I haven't heard of in a long time.
Da-da-da-da.
All right, so as you get here, you see that there are a number of invisible entities walking around carrying things, trays, small trinkets. There's in fact, you see one of them carrying around a set of like combat armor for spellcasters. At that point, you see Shallowly Buried Hal goes, "Hey, wait a second, that's mine!" As he starts darting forward.
We should probably back him up.
I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah. However, as you go down this hallway, these walls of this passage are painted with the images of wizards succumbing into madness and slowly transforming themselves into creatures. This is in this particular fresco, the creature is a Nothic. One particularly vivid image shows the shafts of eerie green light exploding out of a spellbook and changing a wizard into a gibbering mouther. For those of you who want to know what the creatures are that they're being changed into, let me copy image, paste image. So this first one's a Nothic.
Okay.
And the second one is a mouthing gibberer.
And these, just to clarify, these are creatures that we're seeing these mages descend into madness and turn into?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Sick.
what these frescoes are kind of showing here is that it all starts off with these creatures or these wizards trying to become liches. However, in the steps of the process, if you fail, you'll become something. It's likely worse than being a human.
Isn't a lich worse than being a human?
No, the lich is the ideal because most wizards want to essentially have as much knowledge as they can possibly attain, whereas liches are immortal. So eventually, that ideal suddenly becomes realistic for them. There's actually in some source books for Dungeons and Dragons in past editions, 1 out of every 5,000 wizards attempts to become a lich.
1 in every how many?
5,000.
Oh.
Yep.
That's not so bad.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, that being said, only a small percentage of that percentage are successful.
Right.
I hear it's not easy.
Nope.
I'll just keep trotting down the hallway unless somebody else has
Okay.
something.
at this point, shallowly buried Hal tries to like tackle the individual carrying his clothes, and while he grabs his clothes, he passes through as if nothing was holding the clothes up. And you guys immediately aware, it's like, oh, that's just how the spell Unseen Servants work. But then you also realize, someone has to be capable of casting Unseen Servants. And a lot of them. But eventually he kind of runs into the wall, having most of his stuff back now.
So it was actually his stuff. Like it wasn't just an image.
Nope, it was actually his stuff. It was just like a unseen servant carrying it.
Gotcha. So they were carrying it this long? Have you been dead forever?
Look, I mean, I can't explain what Midna does. Midna thinks she can do everything by herself.
This is definitely weirder.
If you're looking for an argument, I'm too dead to provide one.
Mentally or physically?
Yes.
I like this guy.
Oh, that's great. You didn't 3 hours ago.
Oh no, I did. You're just more fun to fuck with.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Can we go a murdering now?
Lead on.
At this point, he comes up to this square. He goes, all right, I've got it. Where Midna is incredibly close. Now, no matter what she says, murder her.
We're here for you, man.
I know, I just want to let you know what the game plan is. And the game plan is murder.
Yeah.
Not talk to, not reason with, not say, hey, can you try unkilling me? No, murder her.
I think we got it.
Team Murder Hobos on 3. Come on, hands in. 1, 2,
No.
3. Murder Hobos! I'm going to have everybody start off. Because you're in a position where you can surprise her right now, everyone's going to roll initiative first.
Ooh.
It's my best initiative of the day.
It's my worst.
So we got Rev, Mid. All right, 25 to 20. 15 to 20.
19.
Okay. 10 to 15.
14.
5 to 10.
8.
5.
Woof.
Yeah. It's literally as bad as I can do.
Bravo.
Thank you.
At this point, he just goes, all right, everybody, charge in. And Damros, you're first to act.
All right. And is there a door there or no?
Nope.
Then I would stealthily like to move forward to there to see if I can get eyes on whoever I need to murder.
Roll stealth.
But works better if I get it in the box. Ooh. That is an 11.
You're hiding about as well as a 30-foot gelatinous cube. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you think you're hidden.
All right. Fuck it. 10. Then I'd like to try and take a longbow shot at him.
All right.
So
Roll to hit.
I need. Okay, I just hit. Jesus Christ. I'm going to tell you right now, I missed because I rolled a 2 for a total of 8.
Unfortunately, for some reason, you put the bow in the wrong hand, thinking that you were like a switch shooter. And you go through this, like, this doesn't feel right. It's like, ah, damn it. Okay, I got to do it the right way then.
Oh, I was going to be a badass.
Yeah. Yeah. Royal up next.
All right. I am going to charge in here. Bonus action rage.
Okay.
I should click the thing so I don't forget. And then straight line. Well, wait. So I was here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait. 20, 25, 30, 35. Like charge at with
Yeah.
the.
No,
So,
I knew what you were trying to do. You have enough room to make it work.
okay. Reckless straight sword.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
Making sure that I have her stat block. I think a 16 would hit, and I'll confirm that.
All these just in case. Oh,
A 15 would hit.
okay, so 13 slashing.
13 slashing.
Plus 5. That's what I get, right? Yeah. Plus
So
5.
18.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice job.
Charge. And then take one more swing. 12.
A 12 would not hit. And anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
That is me.
Okay, that brings us to Varm.
All right, I'll step into the room. And what is this right here?
That is sort of like a table. It's a long table. There's essentially a lot of adventuring trinkets that have been accrued and set on there.
All right. I will move 10 more feet, as that is only 20 of my movement, and attempt to shoot with the pistol.
Sounds good.
I'm going to use the grit point and Deadeye to use it with advantage.
Okay.
Good thing I did too. 25 to hit.
25 would hit.
9, I believe. Let's see what my damage is on that. Yeah. 9 piercing.
Okay. Connects real good.
And second shot, I'm just going to take this one regular.
Mhm.
Nice. Another 25 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
For that time, it's only 5 piercing.
Okay. That brings us to Vash the Stampede.
Okay. I would like to go, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Do I get, hang on, I need to double check. Oh, I get 45. So I'm going to move there. And I'm going to try to use my Kasarigama to restrain her. So athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. 14 plus. Okay. What'd you roll?
It's against a DC.
Oh, okay. So it's a flat roll of a 14.
Okay. Hang on a second. I gotta do math again. 16 is the DC for it.
All right, so she gets wrapped up.
Sweet. All right, and then I'm gonna use my extra attack to hit her with the Kusarigama. I'm not doing lethal damage. I want to save the killing blow for Hal.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 24 to hit with that.
Would hit.
That's gonna be 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then offhand strike is going to be a 26 to hit.
That would hit.
Again, non-lethal for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. At this point, Minda starts to look bloodied. She looks at you, Vash, and she looks at you, Royal, and she just goes, "Well, I was going to talk and see if there's a way we can settle this, but doesn't look like that's what you're interested in." She takes both of her hands straight out and grabs at both of you. I need you both to make a charisma saving throw.
I heard hands. I was hoping for something other than charisma.
Yeah. That's an 11.
That's a fail. Roy,
Did
what'd you get?
Did I croak that too hard? 7.
Both of you fail. At this point, she grabs onto both of your legs, and you just pop out of existence.
Oh god.
Oh.
You are under, you have been banished. And for the next minute, or as long as she has concentration, you are on another plane of existence.
Damn.
Yeah, so let's see here.
Are we in the same plane of existence as each other?
Yes.
Okay.
And because you are native to the material plane, no matter what, after a minute, you come back.
Okay.
Okay. At that point, with both of you gone, it becomes shallowly buried Hal's turn as he sits there and goes, "Wait, what'd you do to... Well, they're not really my friends, they're kind of acquaintances, but they're the coolest people I've met. Way cooler than you." As he continues running up, and he is going to make 2 dagger attacks. The first one will hit. The second one will also hit. First one is 7 damage. And the second one is a 5 damage. And that brings us to a concentration check, which she passes. We are back up to the top of the order with Damros.
Yay! Then I want to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I would like to attempt to stab with advantage.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 19 to hit.
Let me make a roll to see if she'd be able to figure this out this quickly. And she would. Seeing that you are a flying roguish type, she uses her reaction to cast shield, raising her AC high enough where your sneak attack strike would miss.
Well, in that case, I would like to bonus action dodge.
Sounds good. That brings us to Royal, whose turn is skipped because he's banished. Then to Farm.
All right. I would like to. I don't know if we actually talked about this, Jay. Every time I can reload the poison pistol, I can have one more round that has the poison effect, right?
So if you reload all of them, one of the 6 shots is a poison barrel, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I was clear on that part, because if you just reloaded it 6 times, then all 6 of them are poison barrels.
No, I understand it's only the one out of the 6.
Yes.
I just want to know that if every time I reload it, I have that option.
Correct.
Okay. Once again, with the pistol, going to use another grit point for Deadeye for advantage.
Yep.
And that is a 23 to hit.
Even with the shield spell, you hit.
Awesome. So that is going to be 11 piercing.
Okay.
From
and
the
concentration. And pardon me, guys.
Bless you.
Bless you.
With Warcaster, she succeeds on the concentration check.
Jesus,
Okay.
she's a lot harder than Copper was.
And the damage for the poison is 11.
Okay. And once again, with Warcaster, she saves on the concentration check.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to go for Brooke, and on my my extra attack, I'm going to use Deadeye Grit Point again.
Okay.
That's a 26 to hit,
Would hit.
and that's 8 more piercing.
Okay. Which means I need another concentration check and would pass.
Oh, bitch.
All right. I'm going to load up again and use Action Surge.
Did we get a short rest? Because you would have used it.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
get the short rest.
Yeah, you used it in Goblin City, so you do have an action surge.
Straight up this time. Yikes. 10's probably not going to hit.
Nope, wouldn't even hit even if she hadn't cast shield.
Second bullet. Wow, 15's probably not going to get it either.
If she had not casted shield, it would hit.
Damn. Okay.
That brings
That's
yeah,
all
that-
my rounds out of that one.
yeah, that brings us to back to Midna's turn. Let's see here. What does Midna want to use? Midna is just looking around and she goes, huh. Well, it looks like I'm not going to survive this one, Hal. But maybe you'll die once more along with me. As she breaks concentration, bringing Vash and Royal back into the material plane.
Yay.
Yep. However, she making sure I got the time frame on this. Nope, she can't do that one because that casting time's an hour. Let's see here. What can I do here? Cleric. Here's a
No. Only if I get to watch.
damn. So, Vash,
Yeah.
as you pop in, she remembered where you were
Okay.
and is going to cast Vampiric Touch and make a melee spell attack against you.
Okay.
For a natural 19 into a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Where's my other d6? So, that's 7, and that's another 6. So you'll take 13 necrotic damage as the Midna heals 6 points.
Okay.
Yep. And making sure, I need to make sure I got this right. Until the spell ends, you can make the attack again on each of your turns as an action. So on the first turn, I'm only allowed to make one because the spell itself costs the action and grants me one melee spell attack. So that ends Midna's turn, bringing us up to Shadowly Buried Hell. And he just sits, he goes, "Hey, I know all about your politics. Here's one of mine." As he takes his dagger out, and you see it begin to charge with a fiery energy as he's going to cast Flame Strike. And because Midna went, her AC drops back down, and he rolled a 9, which would have become a 13, the exact AC he needed to hit. So that starts off with 6 damage. And I need to make sure I remember the... Branding Smite, that's what I wanted. That's another 2d6 radiant damage. For full, holy shit, 12 damage. Alright, at that point, Midna drops to her knees and is barely hanging on to life. Just enough for Hal to take the other dagger and drop it right into her neck and says, I'm gonna let you guys come with this. What's the badass thing that Shadowly Buried Hal will say right as he gets his vengeance?
I
No more words, just vengeance.
I wish I had something badass to say, but I have no more words. All
Looks
I
like
have left is vengeance. As he pulls both daggers out, she falls to the ground. He throws the daggers aside harmlessly into the room, grabs his holy relic, and puts it right back around his neck. At that point, he stands up. It's like, well, guys, I'm gonna be honest. She's really the one I wanted to murder. Rex is down here somewhere, but for the first time in a few months, I don't really feel like killing right now. As he begins to sort of start eroding away, like sand being blown away in the wind. Even the holy relic that he just put around his neck is starting to blow away. And soon you just see a pile of formerly revenant ash.
it's like the clock struck midnight.
But gentlemen, I think this is a great spot in order to stop our campaign for the day. Now that we no longer have to deal with Shadowly Buried Hell. As always, any shopping that you want to do now that you have Goblin City, and you are in control of Goblin City, you have the ability to buy and sell things even if you aren't on the surface world.
Woohoo!
All you have to do is go into the Discord and say, I want to buy this, and then I will tell you a price. And then you'll say, okay or no way.
Mike won't say it, but he wants to buy +1 studded leather armor. I keep telling him to say it, and he doesn't, so that's what he wants to buy.
I wanna buy +1 studded leather armor.
All right, so let's find out the price for this. +1 studded leather armor.
From
He's
the
out here.
millions we have.
He's out here running around in just regular leather armor still.
Yep. I keep forgetting. I've been busy doing other things during my week.
Yeah.
Like,
I just
none of us aren't?
things I want to buy.
All right, so studded leather armor is... Nope, that's
70?
not 5e.
75 gold pieces?
It's some... I want to make sure I have this. Here we go. Studded leather on equipment. 45 gold pieces is its cost. And the +1 would mean that it's 300 gold more. So it would be 345 gold pieces for +1 studded leather.
Okay.
and now you have it.
Woohoo!
Unfortunately, there is no extra enchantments into it, like making everybody roll up for disadvantage for a turn.
That's a SIBO special.
Yep. By the way, now that we're on the exit, before Mike stops the stream, Scott, it's time for our tag. What's Royal doing on his first day as King of Goblin City?
He is what is he doing? He's teaching them about how to not kick Terry in the kidneys, and how like it's good if they trade with people outside because that means more stuff comes in instead of them just swapping it around themselves. And then he's teaching them how to fight.
All right, so what if we kick Terry in the lungs instead?
Oh, I am stupid.
Only if Terry consents.
Oh, okay. Terry, can I kick you in the lungs? No. What do we do now?
You everybody put on your mask
Okay.
and now go fight crime.
All right. We're the Gobstoppers.
Did you say gobstoppers?
Yes. We're goblins and we stop crime. We're the
Oh my
Gobstoppers.
god, it's brilliant.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on the very rare Friday NASA 5e session. And always, 6 cents for the Lincoln Logs.